Good morning, the brat. What are you thinking? Are you going to say hi? Hello. He did not get the beating he deserved yesterday. I'm rolling up my sleeves. Boy. Oh, you're so cute. How come you're so cute? Oh. What are you going to do? I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is I made it through yesterday without making a huge scene. I stuck to my guns. I forced myself to not say anything until I was calm enough to say something. I went through all my feelings, and the truth is, I started to talk about it yesterday, or alluded to it, that a lot of times most times when there's a trigger that powerful, it's usually connected to something from childhood. And for me, it's being told I'm not good enough. You know, I brought up some of that childhood crap with my mom. Well, I'm not good enough for you to steal me some decent clothes. You're never around. You don't care. You don't respect me. You don't care how other people treat me. So you don't care how I'm seen by the world. So there was all that whoosh. So when I feel disrespected, not appreciated, in that particular moment, you know, after I had just finished several projects over the last several months, and to have just cleaned house and then to turn around and have it muddy, mud clods, and then have all those loads of laundry to have to do again. I just, woo! Whatever leftover frustrations I had from the projects that had been going on surfaced. It's not that it surfaces. It's what am I going to do about it, right? That's the important thing. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to use from Janice, from Chrissy. I feel special. Oh, so special. I think it's mainly because I could have done some damage. You know, there was a time when I was in business meetings, and I can relate to this with Patricia, is I would be in business meetings, and because I had shut up so many times, it was really difficult for me to practice saying what I mean, meaning what I say. And of course, don't say it mean. My gosh, you don't want to get fired or build a reputation in the workplace, especially when I was in business for myself, or had a job that financed my businesses getting off the ground. So I remember being in a meeting, and I could tell I was getting one of those angry cries coming on, and I actually had no other choice but to say, excuse me, I'll be back in a couple minutes. You know, can we all take a break and refresh ourselves? And convene in about 10 minutes. I don't know. But I got into the habit of being able to make a reasonable request. When we've been victims, When we've been told no, when we've been neglected, abandoned, we stop asking for what we want. And we don't ask for what we need. Sometimes because we feel like if I ask for it, I'm going to be even more hurt that I don't have it, whatever it is. I get it. But here's the deal. Once we're not a kid anymore, we are not a victim anymore in the eyes of the law. And in my eyes, it comes to a point where, when are you going to give yourself permission to be an adult? I have clients that are, I don't like taking clients that are in their 20s. I prefer to start at 35 and older, because they really, a lot of people who've been emotionally abandoned, we'll just leave it that simple, as a child, it's almost like they insist on continuing their childhood. Now, when we get older and we see that, that's where it changes from adolescent hormones having trouble kicking in to someone who's fairly rebellious and a lot stronger than they're letting on, right? When we insist on remaining a child or a teenager, but we want the rights of an adult, we're giving mixed messages. Here you want to be treated like you're fragile, and here you want to be treated like you're a warrior. Okay, so that's why it's hard for some people to be around us. It's because they're not quite sure where they fit in. And a lot of people insist on being with us because there's something attractive about us, whether it's our wallet or our looks or family name, whatever it is. Oh, this is so moisturizing. Thank you. I like it. So when I get that angry, I have to sit with it, figure it out. And it took me over a half an hour, under an hour, to really talk it out. You got to see that. And figure out what was going on with me. Where's this coming from? Because, see, I want my neural pathways to calm down and say, I see where this map has come, where we came from to get here and where I want to go. And when we give our brain the messages that it needs to function at a more adult level, then we can grow up through that childhood injury. See that? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. But it's whatever helps you, You have to kind of figure out what's going to help you. Especially difficult for people who are still getting some needs met, acting like a child. I have watched people believe that if they get treated in a childlike, delicate way, then it's kind of making up for the attention and love and sweetness they didn't get as a child. But it's not true. That cup never gets full because it's not a child's cup that's getting full. Come on. Good boy. Where you been? Oh, did you get a toy? Good boy. Mama loves you. What is that? So, instead of going overboard and explaining this, especially because there are some people who don't really want to get it all figured out. It's hard work. It is very hard work. Growing up is hard work. This is so shiny. I have to blot it a little bit. Plus I have some goat hairs. My great-great-grandma, when I was little, she would have me tweeze her goat hairs. I've never seen anyone on YouTube talk about these funny little goat hairs. I guess it's unattractive. It's probably a little uncouth for me to tweeze on video. That's something else I don't see very often. Because people are spending all that money getting waxed and lasered. I don't know. I'm just telling you, I'm so relieved. What happened yesterday? So, one of the ways I survive is by having a sense of humor. So, I told my spouse that one of the things that I was feeling was a temper tantrum coming on because I had just cleaned house and now Frankie comes in and makes this big mess. He says, so what do you want me to do about it? And there was a time when that would have just set me off too, but I've worked through that one. And I said, what I want is for you to listen to me first and then help me problem solve, because otherwise I'm going to throw a very public, very loud, very messy temper tantrum right here and right now. Oh my goodness. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. That's what happened. And I still have not found. Found it. The brown blended in with my little box here. Okay, let's see if I can break part of this crayon again. You get like this, get like 1.5 inches of crayon here. And then, but they break so much that you're paying for a few days of usage on this thing. So I don't know. What are you going to do? So I got good listening. I know, right? Let me turn you a little bit. But I was using my sense of humor with it as well. I mean, in the old days, that would have been true. I would have been just waiting to throw a fit. So anyway, I got the house all cleared up. I did about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 loads of laundry. That was 4 blankets that got messed up. And then I switched out my bedspread. So at least I didn't have to wait for all the laundry to get done to be able to get the house in order. That was a very good thing. I had plenty of blankets to replace the one on the sofa, the 2 on the bed, the bedspread on the bed. So I just went ahead and changed the sheets. Yeah. I think I got too much moisturizer on my eyelids because this seems to be sliding very well. And that makes me very suspicious. So, of course, I love a clean bed. Got that done. I'm so glad. Yep, this is going to be... I got a little too much moisturizer on. What am I going to do? I'm going to use some powder. Let's see if I can't dry up some of this. I haven't even done my eyebrows yet. So I'm going to go to lunch with some friends, acquaintances that are in the business. That's always fun. I like that. I like that a lot. Who was I watching yesterday? I was watching there's big old pores on my nose. You know what? From having acne for so many years, I've got these pores that are like little caverns. How are you today? I'm still riding high on the fact that it's Sunday and I don't have anything to do today now that I finished up that last load of laundry, except enjoy myself. Kind of wild. I've been waiting for weeks for this day. I have been. So last night I was watching Hey You. That girl is such a little godsend. She's so friendly, so sweet, so forgiving. If she has temper tantrums, you know, because I talk about my temper tantrums. Oh my God, they just eat me up. I'm not quite sure what hers would look like either. There's just a, you know, when we talk about our feelings, nothing more than feelings. Trying to forget my feelings of love. I don't know what the words are now. But that used to be a very popular song when I was a little girl. I guess she mentioned last night that someone had said you talk too much. I guess they just wanted to see these reviews she does with products that she buys. A lot of Temu stuff, but she also goes to other stores and it's like a show and tell with a little bit of review, but mostly show and tell. I like it when people come back which hardly ever, I've done it, but I haven't seen very many. I don't know that I've ever seen it where people say, I've had this for a week or so now, or I've watched this 3 or 4 times now, and this is what I got. I think I'm the only person who's ever done that I've seen. But she's just, and sometimes her videos last like an hour, almost 2 sometimes. And so it puts me to sleep. And I used to listen to meditation through mindful movement every night. But every once in a while, I don't get that far because she'll put me to sleep with that friendly voice, which I really appreciate. So someone told her she talks too much. And it's like, she's not doing the show. And she said it in a much nicer way than I'm saying it. But she's not doing her videos just to please shoppers. She's doing it for her own benefit too, for company, like me. You know, if other people get to benefit as well, that's great. I had somebody ask one time, what was my channel about? And it's like, I'm sharing my stories And hopefully it helps someone else. That would be great. But really, I'm doing it for me. I need a certain level of venting that I just don't get often enough. And with this kind of a platform, with being able to have other people join in the conversation, it makes it really nice. I love it when people leave messages or send me emails. I just love that. I don't feel like doing a lot with my eyebrows today, so I'm just gonna put a very light colored neutral on my eyebrows and a powder. The way it gives it maybe some shadow underneath those sparse hairs that I have. People who have thick eyebrows, I mean, what a gift. Not everybody gets that. And I just love it when people say, don't tweeze your eyebrows too thin, as if we're doing it on purpose. Who would purposely tweeze their eyebrows too thin? Tell me. I mean, anybody you know? Absolutely not. No. I'm not sure that anybody ever has. So I don't understand why people would even say something like that. But none of my business. None of my business. Yeah. So the one thing about going out to lunch with people that are around my age or older, around my age or older, is if I try too hard to look pretty, it's silly. Because we're all pretty down to earth, I think. Are you singing? Are you saying you love me? What? All right, well. Oh, I hear someone pulling up my drive. Dang it. I just like hanging out with you. Kind of like our thing. That's what I like. I like just hanging out with you. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm going to go in to my powder and try to help define my eyebrows. Yeah. I'm putting on some mascara. And I'll be ready to go. Oh, here's something. So there was a lady, I hadn't seen her. It came up in my feed. A whole bunch of things did, but I was tired and I fell asleep before I got to Hey You's video. And then when I started watching her video, I just zonked out. I've been doing that lately. But anyway, I came across this video where this lady was, I guess she reviews certain makeup. But in this one that I saw, I don't know how long it was, and I was too groggy to save the video or to subscribe to it. So I don't know. I guess I could go back in my history to see if I can find it. But she was talking about why she does or doesn't wear certain makeup and review certain types of makeup. And I just thought, I really liked her honesty. She was like, I guess I'll get in trouble for this. A lot of people won't like this. Whatever. And I was thinking, well, you know what? I do a lot of things people don't like. But Sorry Not Sorry, and it looked like she had that same energy, and I thought it was very sweet. But she's a lot more sophisticated than I am. And she focuses on makeup where I don't. I know I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not anything like that. Uh-oh. I'm running out of private time. Probably should eat before long, too. Yeah, someone's in my driveway. Dang it. All right, folks. I'm going to have to get ready to go. But I did want to stop by and say hi and just chit-chat. I hope you're doing okay. If you're not, take control. Take control of what you're thinking and how you're thinking. And it may hurt. You may be crying. You may be mad. You may be sad. You may be confused. But decide how you want to approach whatever's going on. And if you're having a good time, don't try to overanalyze it. Just try to let your neural pathways get used to it. That's interesting too, right there. To be able to get used to a good day happening. That was one of my very interesting goals, is that when there was a good day or a good moment, to be able to relax into it instead of overanalyzing it. Oh, I just clumped my... There we go. Sometimes you can unclump your eyelashes by getting a nice fresh spoolie and going through them. Okay. When I woke up this morning, a lot of people will get racing thinking. And it very often comes from the anxiety that was created when you're a kid, always trying to problem solve. And you'll know racing thinking because it's the same thoughts that you've had over and over and over and over again, and they go pretty fast to where it's almost like you're not in control. You think that your mind is just doing that. But if you try to breathe, calm down, and I hate it when people say that, but it's true. Don't breathe any certain way. Just notice your breathing. It's closest to your brain, right? Or you can tap and just calm down. Tap anywhere in your hand. I like this one. 2 on each. But stop thought. I actually woke up this morning with racing thinking. And I was like, whoop, stop. It gets easier over time. You don't need that constant level of anxiety going on. And I don't need these little eyelashes that keep trying to stick together right here. They won't behave, so. Yeah, I don't like the feeling of my eyelashes sticking together. All right, y'all. What's the matter, Frankie? Oh, look at that. I don't know why they're trying to stick together like that. Frankie, stop. Oh, he's trying to warn me. We probably have some workers for the backyard. I don't know. I never know what's going on back there. I take care of in-the-house stuff, and he takes care of outside, and sometimes I lose track of what's going on. I just had to put my foot down about people showing up when he's not here. Especially as an older woman, I don't want to have to be fighting people. I'm not working out anymore, and I don't want to have to shoot somebody. I know what it's like to be a victim, and I don't want to have to go through a bunch of years of therapy again. It'd probably be easier this time, since I've been through it. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Gosh, I need my eyebrows tweezed. I don't really feel like dealing with it. I guess I could do this, but I already have eyeshadow on. You know what? I'm just going to let it go. I know, bunch of babble. And I just feel like there's... Oh, these two... I don't know what's wrong with these eyelashes. Frankie. Yeah, they must be doing something crazy out there. Did that fix it? Yeah, I think it fixed it. There were two eyelashes that were just in the right position to snag on each other. And for some reason, this mascara didn't get hard and dry fast enough to keep them up there. One more layer. I've cut back on makeup, and I've cut back on eyeliner, and I've cut back on eyebrows. I've cut back on foundation, but I'm having trouble cutting back on mascara. All right, folks. I love you. I mean it. Bye for now. Thanks for keeping me company. Bye for now.